grab your torch and dip it into the sexy St. Jeff candle. No Buffs is back. I'm J.E. Skeets here in the Classic Factory along with my fellow tribe mates, the Three Milk Bread Alliance, Nora, Trey, and super producer JD. What's up, guys?
I wasn't ready.
Doesn't sound as good when you say three milk bread, does it?
Why are you saying bread?
That's what it is.
No, it's a cake.
It's a cake, it's a bread, it's a sponge.
Do you know what the milks are?
No.
You didn't look up what the milks are?
Give me the milks.
One has got to be sweetened and condensed milk.
It is.
Okay.
Evaporated.
Yeah.
And I think the third one's like heavy cream or like regular milk.
Which one would you be of those milks?
Condensed.
Yeah, you would be the sweetened condensed for sure. You would. Trace leche cake. Delicious.
Yeah.
So good. I was thinking,
so
I gotta
good.
make
You
it.
popped when Jeff said it.
I love it's like so special and it's a labor intensive cake, so you don't get it often.
We are here to recap episode 12 of Survivor 49 titled, What the Fuck Are You People Doing? Oh, wait, no, it's called The Die Is Cast. But that was my takeaway from last night's episode, and we will break it all down.
A lot of yelling in the Skeets household last night.
Oh, you and I were really...
We were activated.
We were. So let's start with this episode. Night 21. We get a spooky spider shot, which then fades into Soph and the tribe coming back to camp, and they are celebrating the blindsiding of Yellow Sophi, especially Steven. And all of them. 6 votes. Gone. Unanimously gone as they blindsided her. And then Soph says, I'd like to be called Sophie now. I'd like to be called my name.
Yep.
Fair enough.
And then Sage said, the real Sophie.
We knew. We knew.
That's right.
I think they called her Soph more in this episode than has
I
ever
know.
happened before.
I'm ready for it to be
it's
over.
crazy.
Yeah. Rizzo then tells us in a confessional, he's been lying to everyone about when his immunity idol actually expires. This guy, man. This guy and that idol. It's the story of the season. But he has told them that he has to play it at the final 6. So heading into last night's episode, that'll be the last time he has to play it. Because he said he got it in the tribal part of the game.
Right.
True.
And I guess they believe that, and that was their thinking when they go to tribal council, when in reality, this thing, like most of those idols, usually when you watch Survivor and play Survivor, it's final 5.
Right.
But, hey, good on them that these people, I don't know, don't watch Survivor,
Don't
are
question.
gullible enough. Yeah, I don't know, but it works obviously in his favor here.
It is a very smart thing to do.
Yeah,
it's like just safe enough of a lie that it does feel very believable and kind of like a nothing burger of a statement that like you wouldn't necessarily question it. But we'll talk later on about Rizzo and this idol. But this in and of itself, this specific aspect of it is smart what he's doing.
Yeah, sure. Another little wrinkle to his lie and his gameplay. So I thought it was kind of smart to hear it, and maybe it's working because at the end, when he doesn't play it once again, they're like, "Oh, it's still good for the next one." Yeah, Doc.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yeah, we'll get into to how the jury thinks of Rizzo and all of these fake idol plays and whether it's working or not. It's a really big part of this season now, I think.
Yeah.
Anyway, day 22, torrential downpour. Everyone's holed up in the shelter. Soph talks through her dilemma, her internal dilemma about whether to target Rizzo and Savannah. She even whispers to Kristina, we need to make a big move this time.
Oh, God.
And then Soph says, she literally says it, in order to win this game, I need something flashy to spice up my resume. And that's what we've been saying. We all agree with that.
Big time true.
Yes, Soph.
True.
Yes, Soph. But as this will play out, JD, she'll do something that she thought was going to be spicy enough for the resume, and it's going to completely backfire and blow up in her face.
Yeah.
When she should have done, of course, taking of Rizzo's idol.
Yeah. I mean, it felt like that's what she was going to do. And then the reward happened. And then I will lay down on traffic for these people for over a taco. A taco and a letter.
Tacos.
The power of taco.
The power of tres leches.
Indeed.
Yeah. Off to the reward challenge we go. The rain is cleared, so that's good. Probst, he welcomes them in, and he says at this point, you're going to be the only people who will ever run this challenge.
What was
What was that?
What's the ad lib in here?
Fascinating.
That was so weird.
Yeah.
And what was it? It was like an obstacle course that was pretty lame, if we're being honest.
And then you went
and then
under.
the old land the sandbag on
Lob it
the
up
high
there.
perch, which
Bag
is
on
tough.
a stick.
It's like they built it and they were like, this kind of sucks.
It did suck.
We
one's gonna
shouldn't
be
do this
easy.
again.
There was a part of the obstacle course where they went under something and it had like a pathway for them.
Yeah.
And then they popped up and got a bag.
It felt almost meta. You know how, sometimes we'll drop little hints of things that are happening behind the scenes on our show, like not getting paid and stuff like that. It's like he showed up and it was the first time he saw it and like completely had a meltdown about how shitty it was. And then, all right, come on in. You people are the last people to ever do this.
Right. And they're like, what?
Yeah, it was like, okay. Like,
This hunk shit challenge.
It's a
Totally.
great point, man.
That's a good theory.
Yeah.
I mean, you could tell he was in a mood because, he's like, how's everyone doing? Savannah, I'm really going through it, Jeff. She's like in tears, basically.
Yeah.
It's raining. It's wet. It's like day 21, blah, blah, blah. I'm dying over here. He's like, uh-huh. All right.
Usually
Let's get this going.
He would milk that.
Yeah, totally. 100%. And he was like, okay, well, welcome to Survivor. It's like he hates them. He just hates being there.
He's over it.
I got to go back and rewatch this now with that in my head because I do remember one part, like when they're going through like the high stepping through all the squares.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, everybody flying through this.
He's being super sarcastic.
Rizzo getting super low.
The poor guy that built that challenge is standing there and he's just ripping up.
Totally.
Jeff just tore a strip off the PA.
Yeah.
Oh no.
It was pretty big. Look, it's always fun, the part at the end.
Sure.
I was like, why all this obstacle crap? Like, that's not all that tough. Just make
Yeah.
the challenge first person to land this sandbag on top of that high perch wins.
Right.
Just do that
At
at,
that
this
point.
point. Yeah. But
Great point.
he was excited to tell them what they were playing for.
Right.
And this was the Mexican feast.
Yes.
The chicken tacos.
The beef
The
tacos.
beef tacos. The guacamole.
He went for it with the guacamole.
Margaritas. And then all the desserts that we've already talked about.
How weird was the donuts?
Yeah, donuts
why
just thrown in
donuts?
there.
Just threw the donuts in.
I was not ready for the swerve.
We got leftovers donuts, so you can have some if
that
you
was from
want.
a staff meeting for sure.
But then he says, how about a night at the sanctuary?
Love
so
it.
you're staying overnight, which we
Great.
saw nothing of. You
Sleep.
never get that anymore.
They must
We
have
used
had-
to get, when they stayed overnight somewhere, we would get
Yeah.
some night
Yeah.
shots.
I want to see somebody getting in bed.
Yeah, I do too,
Like,
damn it.
why aren't they getting like a advanced screening of like Marty Supreme or something?
Yeah.
Like,
Again,
watch out there.
again, they used to do that too. But anyway, and then you're also getting letters from home. So this is the best reward of the season, no
For
doubt.
sure.
All three of these things, the food, the night over, and then, the letters from home. As for the challenge, Savannah sticks the sandbag first. Steven got there. He had the most shots, it appeared.
Yeah.
Didn't have enough arc on that thing, I don't think.
No.
He kept coming in a little too hot. Now, it's up there. It's
It's
high.
tricky, I
but I think
think.
you really got to go much, much higher than you even think to have
Yeah.
it come down and then land. But
High and far.
high and far.
They gave us the music fake out. They built up to
Yeah.
Steven chucking it. That's always nice. I love when that happens. And then it seemed to me when Savannah landed her bag, even she was a little surprised.
She was like,
Yeah. She was like, that was a crappy throw. Yeah. And maybe just stuck.
Oh, I think there is a little bit of a special sauce to the way it lands, just because of the shape of the
Oh,
object.
totally.
Like it was bouncy all over the
I
place.
think it would be a very frustrating part of that challenge.
So
I
hard.
think you would throw a couple and you're like, oh, that's good. And it's like, it just bounces off for whatever reason.
For
Like,
sure.
God damn it. So she now has to pick who's going to join her on this reward challenge. She picks Rizzo first. Tears are flowing.
Oh yeah.
A lot of tears from Rizzo in this episode.
Yep.
So that was an obvious pick. And then she selects Sophi. And I thought this was funny. Sophie's excited to be going on the reward challenge, but she also basically shits on Savannah's decision right there in front of everybody. And it's
Yeah.
like, oh, well, yeah, they're probably going to strategize back at camp, but I guess it doesn't matter.
I mean,
Which it doesn't with these people.
despite the way Sophie said it, in my head when Savannah won, I was like, ooh, interesting. I thought for sure she'd take Rizzo.
Yeah.
But then I was like, is she going to maybe pick Kristina or Sage in the hopes of like getting a vote on the jury? Because she doesn't want to go to the end with these people, but just to curry favor with them. I had a moment of maybe she would do that, but I think Savannah's like pretty stone cold. Like, I don't think she cares about that.
No, I agree. Even the confessional from her, Savannah, while we go to the commercial break is like, Yeah. The letters are nice, but
Yeah.
man, I'm here for the tacos.
I'm hungry.
I mean, fair enough.
Which was, I'm like, hell yeah.
She's
I do like that.
starving.
Now, they do include a scene later on where she's like, I was all about the tacos
Yeah.
and screw the letters, but the letters were nice.
Sure.
So they softened it a little bit, I thought, later in the episode. But were you surprised by her decision to pick Rizo and Soph?
I was surprised when it happened, just because you usually use a reward like this to curry favor with somebody or to split up your alliance and be like, Sophie, keep an eye on whatever they're saying back there so you can report back to us. But it turned out to be the perfect choice bringing Sophie along because she locked in with them,
Yeah.
bonding over tacos. And also, Savannah to me seems like a you can't sit with us type. So not very surprising to me that she would only want her friends there.
That's true.
Yeah. Yeah. She wanted to enjoy those tacos with her alliance. And as you say, Trey, completely locked her in. Like, it was so
Locked her
easy.
in so much.
It's like, it was actually just hard to watch, actually, because, she had this great plan going into the reward. And then you can see her blow it up. And then she decides, you know what? I'm feeling good. I just drank a margarita. I got a taco in my hand. Guess what, guys? I have the knowledge of power.
Yeah.
And you're just like, God damn it. What are you doing? What are you doing?
Yeah. Well,
But-
at the sanctuary, I know you were pumped.
Oh, we got some chairs.
We got some chairs, baby. What a reward.
Yeah, I popped when I saw those
You
chairs.
did. You
Even
sat up straight.
before the chairs were coming, I was like, ooh, sanctuary, Mexican feast. We got tacos. There's a lot of dips involved. You're going to want some leverage. They've
Right.
got to give them chairs. And they did. And now,
Now, JD, you've been anti-chairs at Sanctuary
I have.
rewards.
Yeah, well-
So what'd you think of having chairs?
I was anti-chair in the forest, in the jungle, right?
Sure.
Okay.
Not necessarily, but I don't mind when they're sitting on the floor, because it's Survivor.
Yeah.
But these chairs I was fine with it.
At the Sanctuary chairs.
It felt right. It
Chairs
felt
are
right.
right.
they were rustic.
It was rustic.
Sure.
For sure.
I can't say they looked ultra comfortable, but
Right.
there was a cushy seat,
Yeah.
basic framework.
They should have watched an episode of The Chair Company. While they were sitting in their
My favorite show.
yeah, right. So they're eating away. They got sombreros.
Okay, this is
sombreros.
weird
What?
stuff. We don't need this, guys.
And, I mean, we don't need it because it's a continuity nightmare.
Yeah.
Those sombreros were on, and then they're off, and then somebody's got it on, and then it's on sideways, and like that's gotta be tough in the editing room. Props
I
are
mean,
going nuts.
the food did look good,
In
though.
addition to maybe being not the most sensitive thing,
Yeah.
That's the other part.
I was just more distracted by how delicious everything looked.
the food.
It
This
did
would
look
have been a great
legit
reward.
delicious. And Jeremy Collins confirmed today on the On Fire pod that
Yeah.
this is the best reward, hands down, the Mexican feast. So
Oh.
this is like a known thing.
Interesting.
Wow.
Okay,
Good to know.
I'd be pumped.
My only quibble would be that you can't have one entree and call it a feast.
Just tacos.
Just tacos. I need a burrito out there or an
Yeah, he did
enchilada
say
or
feast.
something
That's actually a
else.
fair point.
You know, but at least
What
they
about
gave
that
him-
guacamole?
Yeah, I'm a big fat dip of that guac. And I agree. I would have been chowing down. I would have tried to be sick from eating this.
I have a feeling they one of them
Yeah.
were.
Yeah, they were looking
At
a little
least.
bubbly.
Maybe that's why we didn't get any night shots. It's just them barfing their guts out. So what we were doing in this episode is like we were sort of cutting back and forth between them at the sanctuary and then what was going on back at camp. And back there, Sage says, first off, I don't even want to think about what they're doing. They're probably sitting in chairs. Sons of bitches. But then Sage starts talking about this whole karma thing.
She's just, it's wrong. She's trying to make sense of this
Yeah.
stuff. That's not it, babe.
Right, and like they're even sort of like I think it was Christina. It's like I don't think it's karma. It's
not that.
Yeah, and then Christina tells Steven and Sage, "Hey, Soph came to me and she said she's ready to make a big move against Savannah." And they're like debating, "Oh, is she telling you the truth? What's going on here?" And so Steven says, "Well, it's the three of us here. I'm going to tell you guys about this block of vote." Because we can flip this game. Like, we got the numbers. I have this block of vote advantage. We could take control. And I wrote in my notes, I don't know what you thought, JD. When he told them this, I thought their reaction was so tepid.
Yeah.
They didn't care.
It's like they couldn't give a shit. They're like, yeah, but what about the chairs they're sitting in? I mean, this guy just told you literally like, now I guess we're going to learn that they think Steven's such a big threat to win this game
Yeah.
and they ultimately want him out and they feel like they have a better chance with Rizo and Savannah. Okay. We're not seeing that obviously, but yeah, their reactions was like they didn't care.
Yeah, I feel like they were just a bunch of glum chums. You know what I mean? Like they were just so sad about not being on that reward. That's what I chalked it up to.
guess.
But now knowing how everything unfolded, they were probably like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
We're gonna
Play
vote
your
you
blog
out
about
anyway.
we're voting you out.
Yeah, exactly.
They didn't really react at all.
They didn't at
No.
all.
Yeah,
No.
and I think maybe too, I agree with JD that it was right after just being aware that they were about to miss out on the Mexican snack, we'll call it. Was it a feast? Questionable.
Oh my gosh, there's a classic dinner.
Yeah.
Taco dinner.
And obviously the letters. And then for Steven, who this person that they see as a threat to also come forward with like, this is my advantage. What they knew he had an advantage,
Yeah.
but for him to bring that up, I think they just were like, I can't. This is like the cherry on top of the cake here of like all the things that are working against us.
I guess so. Back at the sanctuary, Soph tells Rizo and Savannah, and you already said this, JD, she has the knowledge is power, and she wants to use it on Steven and take his advantage from him. Again, this is Rizo definitely saying, I know what he has. Yeah. You got to do this. We're set. And it's what we feared. It is what we feared what would happen. And we learned last week, because we had people asking Jeff Probst, like, hey, how are the mechanics, the timing of this going to work? Like, if Steven has to play the block of vote before they leave tribal council, then he doesn't have it anymore, right? So if Soph asks, do you have an advantage? He would, in theory, say no. So that was confirmed. And it was like, oh, is that going to happen? Oh, it is.
Yeah.
That's going to be fun television. Not great for Soph. But that's exactly how it's going to go.
I felt for her when that happened. It wasn't, when she went to vote later on and was like, that was embarrassing. It was embarrassing.
It was embarrassing.
It was.
But not really through any fault of her own. It's just the way the game mechanics were. Like, how is she supposed to know that the advantage had to be played in advance?
Yeah, but
Yeah, but
the,
then
the
you don't
counter
know.
is she knows Rizzo has an idol.
Exactly.
Well, no, I
And she
agree
could
with that. I
just
agree with
take
that.
his idol.
That she should have listened to her grandma in her mind.
That's right.
Always
Like,
trust your drug grandma.
Yeah.
always trust your grandma. That's right. Yeah, like a lot of us. I know we're going to unpack this, but it feels like she maybe lost $1 million with that decision
I
last
think
night.
100%,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
Yeah. Anything else from back and forth there before we get to loved ones' letters?
Not really.
I did like that editing choice where they were
Yeah,
going
like,
back and forth.
Yeah, I did too.
Kind of chopping it up.
So loved ones' letters, tears were flowing. Rizzo definitely breaking down again over his dad's letter specifically, dropping some Albanian, which was fun to hear.
That's a first.
Yeah. The line was interesting though. The Albanian father's line.
Yeah.
Don't forget who
Like
your
I guess
father
I think
is.
I got hyped up. I got excited like this is gonna be like some Albanian proverb or something.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
just like
Totally.
just mad knowledge here.
Yeah.
And I believe it was, do you know whose son you are? Don't forget your dad, son.
I will say,
As far as I was kind of
as an Armenian speaker, there are many
Oh, okay.
things in Armenian that don't quite translate to English appropriately, and they don't hit the same.
Okay, that's fair.
I feel like this could be something that really hits in Albanian, but doesn't really hit as much in English.
Okay. Potentially.
Fair.
Potentially. And then Rizzo, like, just when you think you're done, like, this emotional part, then he, like, doubles down and we get the story about his brother who has autism and he's talking about his brother struggling to find his purpose and all this. So this was obviously, as they always are with a loved one's letter, it was emotional, TK. Were you crying?
I wasn't crying.
You weren't crying.
No,
Straight up.
but I love Rizzo. This guy loves his family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a nice kid.
Yeah.
He just seems nice.
I agree.
He seems like a sweetheart. He's out there to have fun, play Survivor, make moves, and love his family. I got
In
no
that order.
complaints. Yeah.
Did you cry? I can't.
No, I
didn't notice.
didn't. I mean, it was sweet.
Yeah.
And I do like him too.
Yeah, I cried a little.
Yeah, you were tearing up.
But I didn't cry today on the rewatch.
Okay.
Okay. Well, you knew it was coming. So
No, but like certain things hit different. Like I rewatched because of Jeremy Collins this morning. I rewatched his loved ones visit this morning.
Oh.
Sobs.
Yeah.
Like heaving sobs. Like I was a wreck.
Yeah.
And I've watched it so many times, but it still hits every time.
Right.
Though this didn't hit the same today on the rewatch for the
Right.
letters.
We also get Soph talking about her grandmother who has passed, and we do end up seeing obviously a shot of that letter. And it was all like, the premise is like, don't wait to live.
Yeah.
Right. That's what the story she was sharing from her grandmother. Her grandmother's passed, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Thought it was
the
confusing.
letter was not from her.
Yeah,
I
that's
think
why I
her-
caught
She's
myself.
she's talking about.
I think her family is like recounting, like
Yes.
remember
Yes.
this,
Yes.
who you
yes,
are,
yes.
etc.
A lot of like great penmanship, I thought, in that one letter too.
Really nice.
Good
penmanship.
underlines. Like,
Yeah.
hey, Soph, read this part. Like,
Do you
reread
think
this part.
The families, like the family members will write the letter and then like some PA has to look at the letter and be like, is this good for TV?
I mean, we've talked about this before in the past. We did suspect there was a letter that was actually written by production because it looked too good.
We did?
I can't remember who it was.
Yeah. It sounds like something we would
Like
debate for
signed
10
your
minutes.
dad.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember what, but
Well, and so we're getting all these loved one letters and these emotional stories. And then back at camp, we got rats nose diving into to people's feet during the night. The
Yikes.
mice, the rats, whatever. I thought they were rats. Somebody did call
they're
it a
rats.
mouse.
They someone called it a mouse, but
Yeah.
they can't see. They don't have the night vision.
Yeah,
like
true.
the cameras just like,
Great
nah,
point.
that's a rat, man.
But they put little cute mice sounds in the audio.
Okay.
So cute.
I mean, they were cute.
The sounds?
The
or
sounds were cute. They were like, me, 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 me.
Oh, okay. Okay.
What do you think of rat/mouse as a pet?
Not for me.
No.
I mean, yeah, I don't love it.
I had a hamster, though. I mean,
What's the difference?
is it
Just a
that
short
much?
tail.
Is it that
Better
different? It's just
outfit.
cuter looking a little bit more,
Yeah.
I think, a hamster. But
I have heard that rat
Gerbil.
is the best domestic.
People say
pet
that.
because it keeps your hours. The rest of them are nocturnal,
Keeps your hours.
Oh.
so they'll just literally sleep all day and then be on the fucking wheel all night, right?
Oh.
But
Keep
your hours.
dying.
they're hey man,
They get up with you. They go to work. They have their little briefcase.
That's right. That's right. No, they
Hold
have
on.
day,
Then
daytime.
explain all these rats in New York City. In New York City. Doing all their work at night.
Wow.
It's the
That's a
same
different-
That's a city that never sleeps. Exactly.
They don't know what to do. They're like,
Right
oh,
into that rat trap.
they're like, I'm pulling
Remember the
another
rat?
double shift tonight. All right, I guess I'll eat some garbage.
Oh, they eat pizza. Remember pizza?
Pizza rat.
That's right.
Okay.
Great rat.
Okay.
Great rat. One of the best.
That's right.
Anyway, I was grossed out. That sucks.
Ah,
I wouldn't want rats
Me too.
Rat on the
bumping into
foot.
me.
The like bugs, snakes, all that stuff kind of makes me go, ugh, I don't want to sleep there. But the rats, no way.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that's like a deal breaker
You
almost.
hear them too.
Yeah.
It's the hearing them that would drive me
Yeah.
more
Just
crazy.
the scrabbling around
Yeah,
and just
yeah.
ugh.
They also have like no shelter.
No, like they have a shelter, but they're not sleeping in it.
It just
Yeah.
does, it
They
feels
just sleep anywhere.
not like much of a doesn't have a lot of shape to it.
No.
Like they're on the sand. It seems like when they're sleeping at night. In the past, you've seen people actually sleep in a constructed thing.
Yeah.
Off the sand, like on wood.
It is funny timing, though, don't you think? It's like the night 3 people are gone at the sanctuary. This is the night we see the rats scurrying around. It's like
Gamekeepers
I'm
were like,
Yeah.
unleash the rats.
Yeah, exactly.
Interesting.
It's like a
Yeah.
a lackey
Big rat
comes up.
is like, we got to get some airtime.
yeah, and just like let them loose.
Fascinating.
Let them scurry around a little bit.
Let him go crazy. Was it Sage said that was a full blown animal?
Yeah.
I liked it.
So then, day 23, we'll jump to that day, and this is when they're obviously back at camp. Rizo talks with Steven. Sort of. They're both just, these guys are just talking around everything.
Yeah.
Like they're trying to get info, but trying not to say too much. And obviously, this whole what do you have as the advantage part, this Rizzo's idol, and what's going to go on here. So there's just that scene. I didn't have much else there, because then we go to the immunity challenge.
Right.
I did like Savannah returning and giving a confessional where she's like, it's just so awkward. I had like such a great day out in Fiji, and these other losers didn't get to come along with you. I feel really bad about it. Grinched up.
Yeah,
Yeah, totally. I thought that the reward lasted way too long. Like just watching them. Like they went to break and came back, and I can't remember the I don't know. I have to watch in real time now, guys. So like I have to actually, because I canceled cable. Long story. I'm watching on Paramount Plus. By the way, Paramount Plus.
What are you, Mo Verde?
I am. No, this is the opposite of Mo Verde.
Okay.
Fucking sucks.
You
Paramount
heard
Plus.
it here first.
The mix is awful. On live TV. Like it's fine on the playback or whatever. But
interesting.
but the music way too loud. Rachel's like, the music's too loud. Turn on the captions. You can't use captions because it's live, right? So
What?
there was no captions.
That's weird.
It was terrible.
Oh, this is a
Yeah.
They got to figure
not
that
a
out.
They
pitch
gotta
here
f-
for Paramount Plus. Yeah.
No. Awful. Anyway,
sorry to hear
I
that.
thought it lasted forever. And it's, sitting through commercials and stuff, it just hits different. And you're like,
Oh yeah.
God damn, it's like, how long is this? Like, and when it's not really hitting for me, although the Rizzo part, did find sweet. It was hilarious because Rachel's like rolling her eyes. Oh my God, what is it with these letters? Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, just wait. Rizzo came on and I look over and she's like, tears coming down. So, it hit her.
Yeah.
But, whatever. Bring the loved ones visit back. I don't know. Like,
Agree.
There's some talk about it, but Jeff Probst says some of the people out there, the castaways, they prefer a letter.
That's not what he said.
Oh.
He
read
went
a
off
tweet.
today about how he thinks them reading the letters is more emotional and is better TV somehow. And both his
oh my
co-hosts were like, bring back the
That's
family.
crazy. Now that's crazy.
And then he even bragged about how he knows the head of Fiji Airlines by name. He drops the guy's name. I think he said Andre or something.
Okay.
And how he, I believe it was the season where Jeremy Collins was competing, where everybody had their loved ones come and say hi.
Yeah.
How he had to like swing it with them, and Fiji Airlines was like happy to accommodate them. I'm like,
Oh my
Okay.
God.
what is this?
Yeah.
Bring the family.
Jeff is Mo Verney.
The only thing, yeah,
That is
Plugging
such a
the
deep
tourism.
cut.
the only thing I would believe is that some people might put something in a letter that they wouldn't say in person.
Yeah, I guess.
Right? That's it. That's like the only argument for like, oh wow, like my dad said that in this letter.
But it's hard.
I don't think he'd
'cause
ever say that to me.
It's not unlike when you're in like a public place and you hear someone having a phone conversation and you only really hear the person saying what they're doing, but your brain auto fills in what the convo is. Like
Mm-hmm.
we're not really reading the letter. We're just hearing the person's reactions and seeing what they're going through.
Yeah.
It's so much more powerful to have the people there.
Yeah, to have them all there and then compete in a challenge.
Yes.
And hey,
Yeah.
you losers, you don't even get to hug them.
The stakes are so high.
Yeah.
Those were the days. Remember that? It's like, that's
Oh,
your
yeah.
wife right there.
Yeah.
You lost. You suck. You're not even going to hug her goodbye.
I love when they have with
Your wife's going to leave you.
lost the challenge. I love when they used to make the loved ones compete in a challenge as well.
Those were great.
And someone would be so bad.
The most famous one is Colby yelling at his brother. What's his brother's name? I can't remember. Oh, it's so funny days to yell. But he was so furious at how he was throwing the water. That's a good one.
It's also great to see their loved ones because it's almost like a juxtaposition between like these shipwrecked people who are like,
Yeah.
they're dark from the sun and they're
Yeah.
skinny and they're gross.
Beards,
and
yeah.
then, these guys just walked out of Ponderosa and they're kind of pasty and flabby and they're like, oh, hey, blah, blah, blah. And just seeing them next to you, it's the connect. You actually see the connection to the world back home, right?
Sure.
I don't know.
And in addition to that, like they can, maybe somebody can screw up by saying something that they shouldn't when
Right.
they go on a reward and
Yeah.
stuff. I don't know. It's always a fun
Yeah.
element. Yeah, bring it back.
Bring it back. Come
For 50 at the very least, bring it back. Come on. Man. All right, Immunity Challenge. This is where Jeff Probst goes. Mad scientist, I wrote down.
I don't know.
He's doing the welcome into the laboratory. Right? What? He's this guy. He's going
I think he's having a rough day.
He's going nuts. And so the challenge is castaways have to use their foot to balance a ball at the end of a beam. Pretty simple. Jeff tells us Dee won this challenge in season 45. She lasted 24 minutes. She went on to win the season. And they battle it out. Rizo drops first. This guy is not good at challenges unless he is throwing all these. I don't think he is. Soph is next. Kristina freaks out a little. She was doing well and then put her foot down and ball went flying. She's gone. Steven goes next. It's down to Savannah and Sage. And this is where the challenge really starts because Probst tells him, first off, you've tied Dee's record. And when he does that, Sage immediately starts wobbling.
Yeah.
It's like, shut up, Jeff. And then they keep going, and Sage tells Savannah, I can save us both. And she's basically pleading with Savannah to like, hey, you're good. I'll save you. Let me get this one. I want this one for her boyfriend, I guess, right? For Austin, I think she says. And she guts it out as long as she possibly can, but she drops at 35 minutes, I think they said. Went
They
pretty
went a long time. Yep.
And Savannah wins again.
Yeah, and I was impressed that Sage went so deep into deep water out there with Savannah, because Savannah was just like,
Oh, yeah, I know.
Arms across the chest, just standing there like it was no big deal. And as soon as she gets down to the final two, starts chirping immediately every single time. I like Jeff calling her out on it this time, kind of like, Savannah starts talking as soon as it gets close. Like, oh, you got me, Jeff.
But she was like, I'm trying to be positive.
Yeah,
Like, she's like,
exactly.
yeah.
But she always starts the chatter immediately, and I think it is to distract the other person.
Yeah.
Yeah. To say like, look, I'm rock solid here.
Yeah.
And I know you're struggling.
This was a very predictable challenge. In
100% Nora. Thank
As
you.
to who was going to win.
When they're walking in. Yeah.
When we
Yeah.
were watching, what did I say right when it started?
Yeah. I mean, to me, and I said, yeah, it's either Savannah
I said
or
Sage and
Steven.
Savannah
I
will
thought
be
it was
the
Savannah
ones
or
at the end of
Steven.
this, and Savannah will win. She is
Yeah.
an endurance beast.
Yeah.
She is, her core is so strong,
Mm-hmm.
and she just doesn't seem like bothered at all when
No,
she's doing
no.
these types of challenges. Sage was really struggling. They did do it way longer than I thought it would go, and good for Sage for getting that far. But to me, it was never in doubt that Savannah was going to win this.
Right. And so, like, after everybody feels bad for Sage, did anybody else think for one tiny second, I know this is Savannah we're talking about, but there was a shot of her, and I was like, is she going to give her the necklace?
You said that last night.
I don't know. I know. It sounds crazy, but I'm telling you, go watch it. And, like, I thought she was maybe thinking about it, but of course didn't.
No,
Nor should she. Nor
no.
should she.
No, of course not.
I didn't think she would, but I know the shot you're talking about, and I think they're just trying to humanize her a little bit.
Yes. Yes.
Because we've gotten the Mean Girl kind
Yep.
of. Well, they've telegraphed Mean Girl in terms of confessionals, but we've never really seen a lot of Mean Girl from Savannah per se, or at least in my opinion, we haven't seen a lot of Mean Girl. So I think they were trying to soften her edit a little.
Okay, maybe.
I mean, it was odd that everyone gathers around Sage to console her, and literally Savannah's like 10 feet
herself.
away. Like she's
Yeah,
by herself.
she's
She
just
just won a challenge, her third challenge. Like
Yeah.
she's
She's
doing
on the
extremely well.
precipice of history, right?
This tells me that she has no chance of winning. Like nobody likes her.
Who, Savannah?
Yeah.
I disagree.
Okay.
I mean, I don't disagree that she is polarizing, but I think she has a very good shot at winning all of this.
I
don't know.
I don't think
Part of
she
me
has a
thinks this is
chance.
why the Sages and Kristinas are like, all right, let's get out of Steven because
Yep.
people like him.
Exactly.
And maybe they don't like you.
Mm-hmm.
Savannah. But anyway, but also Sage has been trying to get Savannah out for 5+ weeks here. Plotting and scheming.
True.
Plotting and scheming. Steven tells Rizo and us that the next target is Blue Soph. It is Sophi. And Rizo then decides to throw an olive branch out to Sage. And he pitches Steven as the vote. Sage sees Steven as a logical threat. So she's buying a little bit what Rizzo's selling here.
Right.
Sage takes that Steven is a threat theory to Kristina, but Kristina doesn't love it. At first, she's like, no, what? I like Steven. No, I don't want to get rid of him. And Kristina, to give her some credit here, she made a good point about like, look, if we're trying to beat Savannah, it ain't gonna be me.
Yep.
I know you gave it your all, but I don't like your chances moving forward.
Yeah.
Steven might be able to beat her. So that was sort of her counter to this idea of voting
Fair
Steven
enough.
out. Yeah. But then we have a weird scene. Steven and Kristina. Kristina's talking a lot. She's putting her foot in her mouth.
She did too
And
much.
Steven is like, she is just a straight up sloppy player.
Yeah.
He says it to us. He says it, I think he ends up saying it to other people too.
He was upset.
Yeah. And he was sort of, like, rightfully so. She was not doing a great job here.
She, it was almost her, less so what she was saying, but her physicality when she was saying it. She was really avoiding eye contact with him and not being very direct and kind of like turned away and like wishy-washy. And he kind of got into her face and like made eye contact with her and saying like, was I up for grabs? Is that something you were actually considering? And she's like, oh, no. I'm just working through my ideas. You know, like everything's fine. And I would have also been concerned after having that interaction with her.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he said in his exit interview that looking back, like that was a big time alarm bell going off for him that she was playing so sloppy and basically was like, yeah, people want to vote you out, but I decided I don't want to vote you out. And then he confronts her and Kristina hates that.
Yeah.
Like if you ask her a direct question, does not like it. So very sloppy gameplay. But then also, I think he's talking with Rizo, right, about this chat he had with Kristina.
Yeah.
And in his exit interview again, he says that it's like, why would he be defending Kristina to me? Mm-hmm. Like, they've never worked together,
right?
Except for like last week when everybody got on board, but like they haven't been aligned with each other. And he was like, no, that's just how she is.
Yeah,
just trying to like
true.
slough it off,
that.
and comes back to bite him for sure.
Yep. So Steven then, before we go to tribal council, JD, he plays the block a vote. Mm-hmm. That advantage that he had, he plays it on Savannah, so that's official. And as we go to the final commercial break, which unfortunately JD had to watch on the shitty Paramount Plus platform,
Sky Rizzy.
Soph is weighing her options here, right?
Oh boy.
Okay, so they don't know for sure what Steven's advantage is. There's that part. So she rereads her letter from home. It says, once again, trust your gut. It's underlined. You can see it. And she says, look, do I do the sure thing and take Rizzo's idol, or do I stick with this alliance that I have and attempt to steal Steven's advantage, which we know won't work because he's already played the damn thing and could send her packing. That's what we were thinking. Oh, God, this is going to be a double whammy. She's going to be wrong, and then they're going to vote her out. Mm-hmm. Lucky for her, no, they're not.
Nope.
No, they're not.
Crazy.
At Tribal Council, talk about Savannah and who she took to the sanctuary. We get into that. And Kristina gives a very honest answer about being surprised that Savannah didn't take her. She's like,
She
I'm the
shouldn't
mom
be.
here.
I mean, she said she just didn't like her last week in front of everybody.
She said she hated her.
Yeah, and they did agree, or sorry, not agree. They have admitted in the last week or so that was partially performance. We
wondered that.
okay.
Yeah,
To blindside Yellow Sophie.
Yes.
Yes.
But
They
it
played
is-
it up a bit.
She has said it many times leading up to this. It's Savannah's mean girl. She doesn't like Savannah, blah, 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 blah. So maybe she thought because they were united in the vote and they worked together that they had maybe opened the window to a bit of a friendship or some kind of copacetic feelings between each other, but it didn't really pan out.
But her whole thing is, I'm the only mom out here.
Yeah, I'm like...
But I would be like, how old are your kids?
Yeah.
What type of letters are you getting?
You're getting a drawing of a house.
Are you getting a dumb drawing?
Yeah, what
Because
are you
I don't think
getting?
that's
Is it a
that's
cat?
not worth it to me. Are they a little older and they can formulate sentences
Yeah.
and really, tug on your heartstrings? Then yeah, okay.
What's their penmanship like?
Yeah, well, that too. So I don't know how old her kids are. I mean, she doesn't seem old to me, so
No,
I would think her
she
kids are
seems pretty
quite
young.
young. Does she have multiple kids?
Oh.
Or one kid?
can
I don't
look
know.
it up.
Anyway, she didn't go.
go.
So that's talked about. Then there's talk about Rizzo's idol. And this talk of war, but it's sort of more about ammunition last night.
Yeah.
So
Another level.
war adjacent. Yeah, exactly. And then Steven says, quote, I'm feeling as nervous as a pair of shins in a dark room full of coffee tables.
Absolutely not a thing.
I've never heard it.
Never heard of it.
Evocative, though. You can imagine what it means.
Get some
but I'm
people
like,
going.
too many clauses and phrases in this. Like this, and
there
this, and
a
this,
lot.
and this.
And we cut to the jury. Alex was eye rolling hard on
Hating
this.
it.
Somebody was smiling. A lot of them were just like, the shot was like, stone cold. Like not much from.
It just,
people didn't like this.
You're
I don't
doing
think.
too much. I don't understand.
You think he forced it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like he thinks he has to do metaphors now all the time.
Yeah, he's a volume shooter now. He's just, some of them are great, but
Yeah.
a lot
That
of
one
them
wasn't.
just fall flat.
Tough one to go out on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is.
It is. You're right.
He comes back after he's
like,
walked
"Can
down
we
the
workshop
passage.
that?
Like, hold on, I got
Try that again.
I've edited it. It's better. So then, here we go. Soph whips out the knowledge is power advantage, and we get this very fun exchange, which I'll read to you all. She says, I want to apologize in advance because I do respect what you did to earn it. And as soon as she said that, I was like, no, not earn it. That means Steven, he had to walk around an island.
Strenuous.
He ran, but he could have walked. And because he thought maybe she was going to do the Rizzo move, but he didn't really earn it, right? So anyway, she says, I'm sorry, Steven, but do you have an advantage? Steven's response, nope. Soph immediately crushed. Oh my God, he gave it to somebody else.
Yeah.
Steven again. Nope. Man, I was so excited to name our episode of No Buffs this week. Nope.
Yeah.
If it was Soph that ended up going home.
Oh,
But
no.
nope to that too.
Nope to that.
Because wow, I mean, I was shocked with this part. Rizzo then goes to play his idol after the votes obviously have been cast. Nope. Again, he does it for what? How many times now? The fake out. Third time, I think you could call it.
Yeah.
He keeps it again, and they're all like, what the hell?
Jury's not into it.
Yeah, I think they're less into it the third time for
They
sure.
are not liking this.
And then we read the votes, and Steven gets all the votes.
Crazy.
Because Sage and Kristina have flipped. They have decided Steven is a bigger threat, and Steven sent packing. Somehow survives, but maybe her chance at $1 million gone. We'll see. And yeah,
Brutal.
I've
had a moment watching it back today, right when Steven delivers his nope the first time.
Yeah.
Sophi spins around and looks right at Kristina. Like, to me, if I'm Steven behind those two and I see that's the first person she's looking at, I'm like, I'm in trouble because they're talking. And that to me was Sophi being like, you told me that's what he has. He still had it. And that's like, what's going on kind of a thing. So for a second, I was like, oh, I thought this could have been like a live tribal a little bit of Steven having to figure something else out.
Because that was before they went and wrote their votes down. True.
And then my other point of frustration was, why was Rizo allowed to ask if the vote was blocked or stolen before he played or didn't play his idol?
Yeah. You don't see that often. Where he literally was like, hey, what was it?
But why should he not be allowed?
Yeah.
That's just live
fair.
tribal right there.
But isn't that part of the nuance of the game that you're not supposed to know these things and you play your idol or not?
But the vote has already been cast, so he's just
So you
asking,
could lie.
Were you
but
blocked
it
or not?
influences perhaps his decision, which
Of course
is why
it does,
he
but
asked.
yeah, but you could lie.
But they're his teammates, so they're not going to lie to him.
No, I know.
Like, we know that. But anyway, I was just surprised that he was allowed to do that before he did it.
We don't see that a lot. I'll give you that.
Yeah, that's true.
For sure. And then he goes up and then he literally gets up, walks over to Jeff, goes to play it. No, I'm going to keep it.
Did you think he was going to play it for Sophi?
I guess, yeah.
Yeah,
I did,
kinda.
Yeah.
I think
did.
that would have been
Because I thought
amazing.
he maybe thought guilty a little bit.
Yeah.
Like, because I was very confident that he had to steal a vote. I told you to do this, so I will protect you after asking the questions, but obviously didn't. They were, a couple, I don't know, Sage looked confused what the hell all went down.
Oh yeah. Well, I guess only Rizzo and Savannah really knew what was going on when I think about it, because he didn't play the idol for anybody. He knew he didn't need to play it. Steven thought his plan was working because he winks at his allies at the time. Soph thought she knew what was going on.
Yeah.
She clearly didn't.
No.
It was awesome. It was so confusing and so much just like buffoonery on top of buffoonery.
Yeah.
It worked out so good. I thought it was, I don't know, probably my favorite tribal council of the season. And just replying nope to somebody, always funny to me.
Yeah.
And he got to get it in twice.
He did it twice. Yeah.
He was loving it.
Yeah, and he wasn't really even asked a question the second time because she's reacting to like, oh no, he gave it to somebody. Like,
Right.
Nope. But he was feeling a little smug because he's thinking his plan's gonna work.
I got him.
That's right.
Obviously didn't.
Yeah.
So
I mean, it could have been obviously Sophi should have taken the idol from Rizo. I was very surprised that Rizo didn't hide the idol, like give it to Savannah. She already had immunity. Like he knows that she has knowledge is power, but he kept the idol anyways. Like that's a mistake.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay.
Right?
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Like he
Had she
knows,
asked-
like it's such an easy flip, and he still kept the idol.
Oh,
like
that's
that's pretty
legit
crazy.
great point.
Does that work if you give it to somebody else? Because they're just
Yep.
asking you,
Yeah,
right?
you can. I could give it to you, and then Trey could ask me, "Do you have an idol?" And like,
Right.
no, I've given it to you, so you
So
have
when
it.
you say-
but then you could keep it. Like you don't have to
That's
give
the
it back
thing.
to me.
That's
the
probably
rub.
why he kept it.
Yeah.
Like,
It's
'cause
not,
I wouldn't trust Savannah.
do you have an idol in the theoretical sense, like in the physical sense? Like, do you have the idol on you?
Basically, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's unpack this tribal council and like the people's chances to win this game and what Kristina and Sage are maybe thinking here, and we'll do it in tree mail. Had to start with a comment because it made me laugh. Our guy, Dougie G, he has a question every week.
He does.
He
He's
has
very
like
consistent.
He has like 6 questions I have to pick from every week. Comes through on Blue Sky when I put that up. But even Doug, flummoxed by last night. Doug just wrote in, for once, I'm left without a question. I'm just
Wow.
disgusted.
Speechless from Doug.
Disgusted.
Wow.
So he, like, what's he disgusted by? I assume Sage and Kristina
I think that-
flipping and
The general vibes out there are people are really bummed out about Sage and Kristina flipping on Steven and not really trying to make a move that's in their better self-interest. But then at the same time, I was thinking about it more today, and I was like, on paper, I sort of understand how this happened, because I think Sage and Kristina think their final 3 is with Sophi. They see
Okay.
a world where I don't know if they know a path there, but when they have their ideal final 3, it's with Sophi.
Okay.
So they see Steven as
What a final
threat.
3.
I know. I'm just saying.
Sage, Soph, and Kristina. But yeah.
They realize that Steven is a threat and Savannah is a threat and Rizzo is a threat. But at this particular vote, Savannah is protected because she has immunity.
Yep.
They believe Rizzo will play his idol,
Yep.
so he can't be voted for, which only leaves Steven for them. So,
Right. So they're picking between Steven and Soph,
Sophie.
and they're like,
Yeah.
I'd rather sit with Soph at the end.
yeah.
And probably the right decision
Yeah,
for those
I don't
two.
think Sage made a mistake at all.
Me neither.
There's no way she's beating Steven.
Okay.
She
Yep.
can beat Sophi. She
Yeah.
can't beat Savannah or Rizzo either, I don't think.
Yeah.
I
but
think she can, but
They weren't available.
Yeah.
So
Well, yeah.
yeah.
I guess he was available, but I hear what you're
sure,
saying.
but yeah, exactly. He's at least posturing that he's going to protect
Yeah.
himself.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I don't actually think Sage made a mistake. And people think this tribal council was a letdown. I'm seeing it in the live tribe as well. Doug, disgusted Doug. I can't believe it went down like this. A guy got completely bamboozled.
Yeah.
Two advantages were played. Like, this was an exciting tribal council.
agree.
This is an entertainment show.
Right.
You
Yeah.
shouldn't be upset when your team loses. It's not the same as watching sports.
The frustration is
was exciting.
The frustration is it feels like after last night, it is either Rizzo or Savannah winning.
Yeah.
Now you may not agree with that, but it feels like
they're in the lead for sure.
and I think the lead grew after last night's
And
decision.
I think for me, because I was frustrated at the tribal council, it's more, I mentioned this last week, they keep hammering us with like, Sophi knows she has to do this thing. Sophi sees Savannah and Rizzo are going to
Oh,
be huge
of
competition.
course.
Sage, how many times has she said that Savannah and Rizzo, if they make it to the end, they're going to win? Like, we have this idea hammered into us, but then like very little being done from those specific people who keep saying it. So
Yeah.
it's like frustration that like I really wanted Sophi to do a big move and try to take the idol from Rizzo. Obviously that didn't pan out, but I think that's part of it as well.
Anything to add, JD, to the frustration, the disgust of some people out there?
I mean, I agree. I found it thoroughly entertaining. You know, it's just fun. Like just watching these advantages idols not get played. It just makes for good TV, and the whole knowledge is power. Like I could not get enough of Soph falling flat on her face after all of that. After she told us her biggest fear was playing the wrong thing, like asking for the wrong thing, and it paid off. It was beautiful. It was absolutely beautiful. This is why we watch this show, guys. We see 15 people lose $1 million. That's the fun part. Who cares about who wins, right? In the end,
yeah.
It's the journey, and it was great.
I think the elephant in the room too, and we've talked about it before, so I don't need to beat a dead horse here. But it's like the fact that we know 2 of these people are coming for season
Yeah.
50.
That's-
That's
It
been a
impacts-
cloud over the
it
entire
impacts everything.
season in a weird way.
Of
right?
course. Yeah.
With how it's going down. Next one here. This is good. Zachary, always coming through. Who made the worst move at Tribal? Sophi not taking Rizzo's idol, Rizzo's over-the-top idol non-play, burning Sophi and confusing the jury, or Kristina and Sage voting out the only person who has beaten Savannah at a challenge and putting themselves at a 3-2 disadvantage? Good question. Who had the worst tribal council, made the worst move of those 3 that Zachary started or presented? We'll go with you first, TK.
Definitely Sophi. Like, she could have been in the lead after last night's tribal council if she takes Rizzo's idol and they formulate a plan of her using that against Savannah, basically, or against Rizzo, to get one of the 2 of them out. So, I don't know. She could have had like a 40% chance of being the winner after last night, and now she has like a 1% chance.
Yeah.
Because I don't think it's completely door shut. I think Kristina is the only non-winner that's left right now. But for Sophi, has to get Savannah out next, assuming Rizzo uses his idol on himself. and then beat Rizo in fire to win. And probably she would need to win the final 4 tribal council and be like, I'm putting myself in fire against Rizo.
Right.
I agree with you, Trey.
It's
It's a
that.
tall order to try to see how Sophi makes it to the end, even though she is my winner pick. This was a huge opportunity for her that she missed.
JD, anything to add?
Yeah, I mean, it's
that
obviously Sophi, but I thought Rizzo showboating at the end there was a big problem. I don't
Yeah,
think the
let's talk
jury
about
liked
this.
it at all. I mean, you could almost argue that he got up there, just changed his mind, but it didn't feel like that. It felt like he was just like, I'm not playing this again. In your face. I got it for one more tribal. And I think that's just rubbing a lot of people the wrong way.
Yeah, that's the huge question as we get into the finale is how are Rizzo's antics playing with this jury? Do they say, wow, this kid's amazing. The ball's on this kid. He's a bit of a mastermind. All of the gameplay. This is obviously under the hypothetical that he's there.
Yeah.
Or that was a lot of attention grabbing for no
Yeah.
reason. Actually, you were wrong, by the way, too. You did goof in
Right.
your what you thought was the steal a vote, and you thought the cool move and all that. So, yeah, I think it's a huge part if he's there.
Yeah,
to
I mean,
determine whether or not he wins this thing.
And this is always a thing in Survivor, right? It's just like, do you respect the gameplay? Because this guy strategically is outplaying everybody, right? Like it's not even close
100%.
to me. But if he is also, spiking the ball a lot and,
Yeah.
in your face, and he is orchestrating, at least from the jury's perspective, and he's trying to take credit for everybody that's being voted out. So in some sense, they're like pissed off at him for getting rid of them. But there are some juries that are like, game respects game,
Oh,
and you're the
100%,
man.
yeah.
But
Usually at final tribal council, you have to own it too.
Right.
Right.
And don't do like, oh, I'm just a kid having a good old
Yeah.
time out here. Like, I don't think
Yeah.
they'll like that. So
No.
he better own it if he's there. If he's there.
I think he will. I think he is a genius when it comes to the strategic part, and I think he knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
I do think he made a mistake not passing off the idol in the first place, and then I also think that the showboating was a mistake. So I'm like, I think that Sage is the favorite to win.
Wow.
Frankly, right now.
Wow.
Because I mean, Rizzo sucks at challenges. He probably sucks at making fire. If he makes it to fire, he probably won't make it through. I don't see him in the final 3. Like, I just don't.
Who's the elite fire maker of these final 5?
We have seen very little camp life.
Yeah.
It was Matt. Remember Matt?
Yeah.
Sweet Matt.
Sweet airport
was
Matt.
It was
It was
the one
Matt.
thing he was good at.
They haven't had a fire since then.
Fire's been out.
That's why they're so cold and wet all the time.
Yeah.
Don't lose Matt's embers.
So the rats keep coming around.
Oh no.
Paul Yu writes in, Sage and Kristina flipping on Steven equals Kevin Durant leaving OKC to join the 73-win Warriors. We wanted to see you take out the power players, not join them. Another reason for people's frustration.
Yeah.
In like obviously looking at the whole season. Oh, we want you to beat the big players. We want you to eliminate them and put that on your resume, not continue to team up with them here.
Right.
We've had a lot of unanimous votes this season. It's
Surprising
something like, It's
number.
something like 8. 8 times of our tribal councils. It's a lot.
Were you
But-
confused by I think Sage said something to the fact of like, I don't even know what's going on. But they were obviously all aligned on the Steven vote. So what do you think she's referencing? All the idol
I
stuff?
think this idol confusion from
Yeah.
Rizzo, she's like, what the hell is this guy doing with this thing?
Probably.
I think that's done her head in.
Yeah, I'm curious too if Sophi is going to be irritated with Rizzo because he did kind of toy with her a little bit with the idol.
In terms of maybe playing it for her. Or yeah, maybe. I can't believe she's still there.
I know. It's crazy.
Well, yeah, and he's even like apologizing to her, right? Like,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, girl.
Sort
Yeah.
of.
I'm sorry,
It
girl.
was too much.
Boys to men
Like
mode.
a boy band.
Oh, I'm sorry, girl. I didn't play my idol for you, but I got you next time.
That's Paul Yu. We got Paul Little writing in. I've watched every season of Survivor since 2000 as it's aired, and I certainly haven't loved all the winners. There are times I haven't really liked any of the final 2 or 3. But this may be the first season where going into the finale, I don't think any of them played a great game. So my question, is this the most ho-hum final 5 you can remember? It seems like they've all stumbled and lucked out to get here despite terrible decisions over and over. Unanimous votes at 7 and 6 just show a group with no fight. After lots of bland gameplay in 48, this somehow seems worse. So Paul Little, not a fan of Survivor 49. Just want to get your reaction to that.
The unanimous votes at 7 and 6 is pretty crazy
That's
to
rough.
see everybody joining up to blindside a threat. Like, I mean, Sophi was a threat. Steven was a threat. But it's rare to see everybody getting on board with the plans of the people who it feels like are making the calls in Savannah and Rizo. But
Yeah.
for me, I like the characters. Like, I think Savannah's a great villain. Like,
Yes.
she's very
100%.
cutthroat. She's probably the best fire maker because she's the best at everything else.
Yeah, probably.
So maybe she knows how to make a fire. I don't know. She dominates in challenges. It's pretty cool. Rizo to me is like in the top tier of New Era castaways easily. Like he's a good
Yeah.
strategic guy and super entertaining to watch
Yep.
out there. And then Sage is very funny. Like it feels like a long time ago that all she was talking about was farts and blackheads, and now she's at least making moves. You know, she has been on the right side of the vote a lot of the times. It feels like she's been a passenger on most of them, but still she has been influential in the way that the numbers have been going. So I like the people that are still around, even if it's not, you know, the blind sides that people are hoping for.
I mean, there is a passivity to the way Kristina and Sage have played. And we've talked about before, I think Trey had mentioned in one of the previous shows about they are playing like, it's just like, as long as it's anyone but me. And
The
that's
old Sandra strategy.
right, which does work as a short-term plan, but I don't think it works repeatedly over and over again because I still am having a hard time seeing the path forward for them in the finale.
To state their case to win.
Yes.
Yeah.
And as you said earlier, I do think season 50 really overshadows this season. And there were a lot of leaks around season 49 in terms of like the season being not great. And
Yeah, it's just hot out there. That's all we knew.
It's hot out there.
and I think it's hard
Very hot.
for that not to impact how you
Yeah.
process the season as you watch it.
Yeah. I think a part of the problem here is these last two unanimous votes, like you said, at 7 and 6, or like Paul Little wrote in. It's like they were good players, Yellow Sophi and Steven, but from what we saw watching all season long, it's like these are not juggernauts. These are not like, oh my God, you have slayed the giants here. So
Right.
that's because we think that's Rizo and Savannah, or we've been
Led to
told and
believe
led to
that.
believe in what they've done, and it has been, right? So it's like you're taking these people out that, yeah, I get it. I guess they could get there and maybe beat you, and sure, but like, I don't know. You maybe are convinced. I guess they're just convinced that people don't like them and are not going to like believe that they did all this. Because for Jawan, Yellow Sophi, and then now Steven to go, it's like, they're not big players to me in this season. They weren't. So that's like
Fair.
where we're disappointed in that.
Right.
Like, why can't you see it? But me, I guess they're seeing it differently, of course.
Yeah. They get rid of the strongest players first. That's, you know, the threats are eliminated almost immediately now in today's game. You know what I mean? Like Jake got snake bitten out of there, but you know, actual threats like John Lovett last year, right? Like
First out.
out. This guy felt like he was going to go deep, and we were all looking forward to it. Like, we love this guy. He gone. You know, so yeah, so then you get rid of, and it's a weak cast anyways, right? Like in terms of physically. And yeah, and Rizo, like, this is why I'm looking forward again. Like I mentioned it before, like whether or not he wins, I don't think he's going to win, obviously. But just to see him, seeing him in 50 and then seeing how he adjusts his game, right? And then just seeing him play against actual players.
Well, it feels like to me, who knows, but like the story of season 49 with Rizo will be, you got too cocky, kid.
Right.
Like if it comes back to blow up in his face.
Right.
And like he'll have to try and take that with him into season 50, right?
Yeah.
To not be to be a gamer, to be good at the game, but maybe connect more with people. I don't know. I guess
Yeah.
that's what I'm thinking. Maybe we're being told in the two sort of season Rizo arc. Maybe.
And if Savannah doesn't win, will she adjust her mean girl-ness, you know?
Right.
Will that register? Because that's the only reason she wouldn't win in my mind at this point. Just her unlikability.
Right. But when she's on 50, if she's on 50, feels like she's on 50. Like totally different characters. Like
Right.
she may not be the cool girl. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
Well-
I think she will be, but like it's a school full of cool kids.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
And,
yeah.
and big players.
Yep.
Unadvanced Analytics wrote in, Jeff's Shakespearean voice not only confused Sage, but also seemed to get a cringy reaction from the castaways. The solution, Jeff Probst needs to go all in. Survivor 51, A Midsummer Night's Dream. Jeff in full bard garb quoting King Lear.
Oh my God.
Unfortunately, this is a good zing. This season has been much ado about nothing.
Wow. Killing it.
Shakespeare there!
jokes.
But advance.
Zingers.
Somebody just watched Hamnet.
Hamnet. I was going to say, we just saw Hamnet.
I like the idea though. A Shakespeare season. I'm in.
Sure.
Hell yeah.
As somebody that does listen to the On Fire podcast, I have noticed Jeff keeps being like, I've worked on Survivor for years, but as someone who hasn't played the game, and he'll talk about that. I think Jeff wants to play.
Jeff wants in.
I think Jeff wants in on Survivor.
Okay.
The more I think about it.
Do you think it would be good?
And what?
Well,
He'll go by the name Bill Shakespeare
That's right.
when he's out there?
I think he needs a Shakespearean Redux version of Survivor for him to get it out of his
Tends to be this
system.
British
Oh,
guy.
that'd be so great.
It would be.
Like an undercover Bossett, like he would just put
But everybody's been told, like, okay, you have to pretend this is Bill Shakespeare, like this British guy from Manchester. Like, just go along with it. And I know it's Jeff, but like, he really wanted to play. That'd be incredible. So that was the Othello part, right? Was that a,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was that a
He
tribal
did say
council?
Othello.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They all
in
had
the summer?
they were shook when he
like-
did it.
Yeah.
that wasn't Tribal Council, was it?
Oh, where
Yeah, it
was?
was.
That's what it was.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
He was doing a lot of character bits last
Yeah.
night.
Oh,
Like I
yeah.
said, like a mad scientist. He did
Mad
this.
scientist. Who
What
was
did he
this
do at
guy,
the
man?
beginning? I said it. It doesn't matter.
Welcome to the laboratory.
Welcome to
Well,
the
yeah.
That was the mad scientist.
What was the first one he did at the reward challenge?
Oh, guacamole?
Oh yeah, he was doing just voice work.
Flair.
Oh, and that was when he was like, nobody's ever running this challenge again. That was sarcastic, Jeff. Okay.
As a King Lear boy, do you have a favorite Shakespeare play?
I mean, I like Hamlet. I do. I like Much Ado About Nothing. I don't mind.
Yeah, very fun.
Yes, I'm from Stratford, Ontario, home of the world famous Shakespearean theater. I performed on the stage. No big deal when I was in grade 2. No big deal. Whatever.
Nice.
I was a Duke of Orser.
Wow.
Do you remember your line?
No, because I had an incredible teacher in grade 2. She won a lot of awards. We were grade 2. How old are you in grade 2? You're like
7.
yeah,
you're
okay,
young.
7. She would take Shakespeare's plays and then make them into like little like musicals almost for kids.
Oh, that's
So we would
nice.
it was really impressive. Yeah, that's my story. Final one. From Matt B. With Steven not included in the Mexican feast reward and then getting voted out, are we concluding that the margarita curse is broken? Or does it only apply to the Survivor auction? I think we have to wait because 3 people drank margaritas
Right.
last night.
Sophi was one of them.
And these are 3 people 2 people that we think are going to win the game, or at least at the top of the leaderboard in Rizo and Savannah. And then Soph was one of them, yeah. So I think we just have to wait to see with the margarita curse, in my opinion,
Right.
right?
You're
Because
right.
margarita
Wait
curse
and
was
see.
margarita curse was
You have it,
if you had a sip, if you
go.
won it in Survivor auction, you would never
never win.
Oh yeah, you would usually go right
Yeah.
away. You're right. Oh yeah, true.
That's what
nobody
the
went
curse
right
is.
away
Nobody went.
last night.
I think they're different.
I agree. Do you ever have another margarita in your life afterwards? If you're a victim of the curse, you know what I mean? Like if you pay $500 US for a margarita in the
the auction.
auction,
And then you'd have it,
and then you
get
drink it, and
booted
then you boot.
because of
Like,
the curse.
I don't know. Margaritas are really
Just
good.
never touch it.
could you ever bring yourself to drink
Question,
another one?
JD.
You'd have to go back and win Survivor before you could drink
Break
another
the
one,
curse.
I think.
Yes,
Break the curse.
I like it. All right, great questions, everybody. Thank you for sending those all in. I had to leave a lot on the cutting room floor. Make your picks. I want to remind everyone we are into the finale. You are voting 3 times
Oh, okay.
for this final week. You are voting for the person who will be eliminated from the final 5. You are voting for the person who will lose the fire challenge. And you are voting for who will ultimately win Survivor 49. And I want to know right now your 3 answers to that. Who goes out in the final 5? Who loses the fire? And who wins this game? Nora or Tinian?
I think Sage goes out. No, wait. Kristina goes out. Final
Okay.
5.
Okay.
What was your next question? Who wins?
Who loses fire?
Loses fire, finishes 4th.
Kind of feel like maybe Rizzo loses fire.
Okay. Okay, so the yellow Sophi cameo comes true.
It's hard to. I'm a very rational, data-based person, so I'm like culling all of this information. What does it mean? So
Okay, so
I feel like that
Rizo
could be
loses
that.
fire. So that means you have Sage, Savannah, and Sophie in the final. So
Yeah.
who do you have winning out of
I think
those three?
Savannah wins it all.
Okay. TK, same three questions.
All right, I'll start by saying that my power rankings going into the final episode go Savannah, Rizo, Sage and Sophie, same tier, Kristina.
Kristina, you don't think has any chance
I don't
to win
think
this
so.
game?
No offense.
I
No
don't think she
offense.
has had for a long time now.
Hasn't made a move.
That's a
hasn't
fair
really
take.
made a move or an influence on this. But here's how I'll be voting. Savannah out at final 5.
Same.
All right.
Finally doesn't win immunity. Got to get her out.
Got to.
They would have
Soph's
to.
she has to flip to get rid of her, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Rizzo loses. Fire. And I'm sticking with my winner pick. No time to abandon it now. Still going to the final.
Wow.
Sophie winning will be my winner choice.
Respect.
Fascinating.
Soph winning against Sage and Kristina.
I think she could beat Sage or Kristina. I think that it would require her winning in fire.
Yeah.
It would require her flipping on Savannah at the final
Yeah.
5. Like she would have to be
Yeah.
instrumental in getting both of them out.
Yeah.
But then I think that whoever would be in charge of, if Savannah and Rizzo go, whoever's in charge of those two things
Yeah.
happening is probably who wins.
Yeah.
I have exactly the same as Trey until the winner. I have Savannah getting booted first, Rizzo losing fire, and Sage winning the game.
Okay. Wow. So we have 3 different picks here winning the game. That's exciting.
you?
You have Savannah, you have Soph, and
I have
you have
Sage.
Sage. Let's make things interesting. Give me the Riz God. No, not Kristina. I'm sorry. No, give me the
You're going
Riz
to war.
God.
You're going to war.
Wow.
Yeah, we know in theory, he's through to Final Four.
Yep.
Just win that one, man. Win Samotion or whatever the hell they're gonna do.
Yeah.
Whatever version of that, or make a fire if you get put in that. And then just tell everybody, like, I literally just dominated this game, telling you all the where to vote.
You believed everything. I
You believed
said.
everything.
Yeah. If he gets into the final 3, I think he's winning. But I just don't see it happening.
Okay. So we all have a different winner. Hopefully we get an exciting finale. It's called, for a second I thought it was called a Midsummer Night's Dream. It's called A Fever Dream.
Ooh.
For a dream.
Fever Dream is the title for the finale of Survivor 49. On what's been a pretty bad season of Survivor. I am not going to lie. That was a good episode last night. You know, I was pulling my hair out, yelling at my screen that Sophie lost $1 million because I wish she just took Rizzo's idol because she knew he had one.
We were rooting for you.
Grandmother.
But yeah, yes.
Grandmother said, do it. You've only known him 22 days.
I know. She was right.
It's not long. It's like
No,
3 weeks
it's
plus 1 day.
nothing.
Oh, he would have respected the hell out of
He
it.
would've.
Yeah. And more so,
would've.
he would have done it to you.
Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely true.
Right. That's right. All right. We will be back next week to recap the very long episode of Survivor 49's finale. It's like, 3 hours long usually?
God.
I think it is.
It's chunky.
That includes
2 hours
that
mostly.
Yeah,
of
it's
show.
2 and a bit, let's say. Yeah, let's call it 2:15 of show and then 40 minutes or whatever with commercial breaks of everybody popping champagne and
Pizza.
eat pizza and go, wow, how hot was this season?
Just for
That's all they're going to talk
mamas?
about. How about the weather this season?
They get the pizza from
You guys didn't
Mama's?
do anything out there, but man,
Mama's
it was
pizza.
hot.
Who's gonna eat the most pizza? Do you think?
Rizzo.
Yeah. Okay.
He'll be really
Yeah, he hasn't
hungry.
eaten very much.
He'll be really hungry.
As long as he's not at Ponderosa
Really
first.
hungry.
Oh, yeah.
He could be there.
Really hungry.
Okay, guys, we will see you next week. Hit the like button, subscribe, share the show with all your Survivor fans, and we'll see you for the finale. Till then, Tribe has spoken.